Hello everybody, it's nice to meet you all through this short video. I am talking to you on behalf of Pastor Isaac and elders. We will be moving on to online services for the next Sunday. We will be moving ahead with the online services for the 22nd, that's 22nd of March, the Sunday, and on the 29th. And so we would like to help us all understand what this online services is going to be, since it's new for all of us. And I want to touch on some etiquette of online services for us to maintain the sanctity of the service and for all of us to enjoy God's presence in adapting to the changing times. So I want to first talk about prepare your hearts for Sunday morning. It's important for all of us to come on time. If it's a 9 a.m. service, for us to be there by 9 o'clock, whichever device you're going to use, if it's a laptop, if it's a TV, or if it's a tab. Prepare yourself before 9 a.m. to be there. It may be your house, but be there on time. Set a location and be there on time. Much before that 9 a.m., it's important for you to prepare your hearts to listen to God's word. Ask God to speak to you that morning as you come together. The idea of being home can be your place that you're very used to, but that need not be breeding into monotony or too much familiarity. So ask God to prepare your heart for God to speak something new. Prepare the place. The place should be prepared well. If you have had something happening the previous night there, if it's a dining table, make sure it's clean and set for a service that morning. Prepare the device. Make sure the battery is charged. If it's a laptop, make sure internet is connected well, and make sure your TV or any instrument is connected to speakers. Check the volume level. Prepare the device. Do not schedule anything on that time because we are all at home. Be prepared not to schedule anything on that time. Maybe vendors coming in or you going to shop at that moment, unless necessary. We want to request you to schedule that time, set apart this time for a time of worship, set apart the place for a place of worship, set apart the device for a good time of engaging with God. I also want to touch about this. Since it's your home, there's a tendency to look casually clothed because it's your home. Be in your home clothes. I want to suggest and request you to be clothed in a way that you would appear in a service. So even during that time, you could be well clothed to sit and worship the Lord. And this could bring in the idea of seriousness for all of us. If you're an elderly person and you're not able to go through the links and set it up, do contact one of your younger relatives or contact the church office. We would try to help you out to suggest to set up your device if you're finding it difficult. The second one is to put your phones in silent mode. If possible, switch it off. If possible, keep it in another room. There's a tendency to pick up calls while you're watching on TV because you're not in the church premises. But I want to tell you, over and over again, we've said church is not a building. People of God are where God lives. So when you come together, that becomes the place of worship. So keep your phones away and focus on God. It's just going to be an hour, maximum an hour and a half. So focus on God. Just like you would be here, be there and pay attention. Keep it in another room, switch it off or put it on silent. The third one is, as a family, talk about it, which means your children, youngsters, youth, elderly people, parents, come together. Talk the previous night that you're going to worship. Pray and ask God to prepare. Come together as a family. You may have small children. Prepare their hearts to sing joyfully. You can raise your hands and sing. You can clap hands. You can be as joyful as you would be here in church. Only the location has changed. When you pray with us, whether it's during the confession time or it's during the intercessory time, pray with us. Don't keep your eyes open looking around, because home brings familiarity. So pray with us. Close your eyes, if possible, kneel down and pray with us. If your child is crying somewhere in the middle of the service, please do attend to the needs of the child without causing much disturbance to the other family members. I would like to suggest, have a pen and a paper. Be intentional to meet God. When God is speaking, make sure you write it down for a later prayer time. When the hymns are being sung, you can join us in singing. If you want, you can stand up and sing from your homes as well. the lyrics of which will be appearing in your screens or the device that you're using. The lyrics will appear at the corner. If you have any prayer requests, please write to us. You will find the email at the end of the video. Call the church number. You will find the number of the church at the end of this video. Finally, let's walk through this together. Our one focus is God, and through the changing times, we will make a decision. You and us together. Whoever is leading the service, the congregation, and the leaders of the church will continue to work and adjust to the growing time to see how we can grow in the knowledge of God. And thank you once again for your patient and active listening. God bless you richly, and may God bless us and stay with us as we adapt to the changing times. God bless you.